Yeah. I'm on my paper for sure, I can't lie. For my brother, you know you gon' die. Niggas be claiming they gangsta, they pie. Bumping they gon' talk about they gon' slide. When we pop out, they ain't coming outside. Securing the bag for my son and the guy. Finessing the fish if you bite on the line. Smoking exotic, it's clearing my mind. You ain't talking paper, don't need hear my line. Just like the sun, boy, you know I'ma shine. Me and my nigga, we stay on the grind. You know this shit here took some time. I be the bad, yeah, I'm breaking the spine. No, I can't lay up, I need dollar signs. She like the lingo, I know she a vibe. Like pushing stars, such a once that she ride. Yo, man. It's Young Meach in this bitch, man. Fucking with legends on the rise. We locked in for sure. Going hard all 2021, man. Tune in, gang.
So, Young Meach, where you from?
From Birmingham, Alabama, East Side, Kingston, Cross Tent specifically.
Yeah, so you born and raised in Birmingham?
Yeah.
Gotcha. I've been here all your life. I got you. So how'd you come up with the name Young Meach?
Well, shit, my daddy, his name, they call him Meachy or whatever. And they always call me Lil Meachy and shit like that. And I was Lil Meachy at first. But then I was like, nah, I ain't fucking with that shit. I ain't no little nigga. I was like, shit, I gotta go with Young Meach or something. So shit, I cut out the Meachy, you feel me? I just did Young Meach. That shit sound better.
Gotcha. So tell me, what was life like growing up on the east side of Birmingham?
Shit. Goofy shit, to be honest, goddamn. Niggas acting tough, niggas acting hard. Pretty much niggas just walk around with their chest out. But besides that shit, I was just out the way. So shit was hard, but shit, the nigga made a way, my dudes came through, you feel me? And when she couldn't, we had to do what we had to do, you feel me?
Gotcha. So we know, growing up in Birmingham, it is what it is, and it can be kind of be rough in certain situations. So tell me, what's your outlook on the hip hop industry and as a whole, and things that's going on in the industry in the city? What's your perspective and your outlook on that?
Shit, I'm proud of Birmingham shit. They doing their thing. Shit, I remember we went on for shit, goddamn, and it's like shit. When niggas started breaking the doors down, the YBN, I mills, the little soldiers and all shit like that, them niggas started doing their things like shit. That's when all the attention just started coming and shit. That shit started bringing the city out like in a major way, you feel me? Like that shit turned the city up for real.
Right. Now, there's also been a lot that's going on nationwide with the hip hop industry, with a lot of, killings and things of that nature. How do you feel about that?
Shit, that shit's fucked up. Shit, just imagine shit, you working hard as hell to get to this one point in your career or your life, and then shit, that shit just gone just like that. Just cause a nigga mad or sad or he trying to be tough or some shit, and now you gone. That shit crazy.
So I know in Birmingham, it seems like a lot of times that when a lot of rappers blow up in Birmingham, that that they're killed or something happens to them tragically. What do you feel that you can do to help and not be caught up in that and not be a victim of that same thing?
Shit, to be honest, shit, it's like if you sign up for this shit, that's just what come with it, to be real. You just gotta be careful how you move. It's all about how you move. If you ain't moving right, you feel me, you just gonna get caught up. But if you moving right and you ain't doing what you not supposed to be doing, you feel me, shit, you gonna be straight.
Gotcha. So how long you been doing music now?
Shit, I graduated in 2015, so shit, I've been doing music shit since like about 2015, my senior year, yeah.
What motivated you into getting music, in the music? What made you say, okay, this is what I want to do? I want to become a rap artist.
Shit, it's like shit, when you just think about shit, what I'm gonna do with my life, and you think about shit, what you talented in and shit like that. Cause I've been like freestyling and shit like that. So I was like 13, goddamn, I'm 23, so shit, it been like 10 years. So a nigga just been freestyling and shit like that, and it was like shit, well, if you fight with this shit and you come with this shit like this, why the hell you don't just take this shit serious and do something with yourself? So shit, it was just some shit like that, some talk to yourself type shit, you feel me?
So you remember what your first song was that you did once you just made that decision, like I'm gonna go ahead and start, taking this rap career serious?
Shit, yeah. Shit. That shit actually out on SoundCloud too, but I ain't gonna tell y'all what it is though, cause that shit trash as hell. But that shit like 4, 5 years old, you feel me? Oh, wow. But yeah, that's when I got serious with this shit.
So you put your first song out on SoundCloud about 4 or 5 years ago?
Yeah, yeah.
Gotcha. So how many songs do you say you have out now, maybe on any platform? How many songs you feel you have out?
Okay, so like out on all platforms, I probably got about 8 songs, and that's including features and shit like that. But like in my catalog, like unreleased type shit, like nigga got like damn near 300. Like I'm talking about albums on albums, mixtapes, folders on folders and shit like that. It's just niggas sitting on that shit because I'm waiting on perfect time. You feel me? It's all about perfect time.
So what's your creative process in the studio like? Do you write? Do you freestyle? Do you have the beat before you get there? You get there, you just find the beat, or what's your style? What's your style and what's your
Shit, pull up to the studio, roll up, backwoods preferably. Goddamn, ask the engineer, whoever I'm recording with, which is usually D. Kelly. Shout out to Soul Survivor, you feel me? Boom, tell him, hey, you got some beats. He play them hoes. I pick one. If he ain't got shit that I'm fucking with, all right, let's go find some shit from some other producers or some shit. All right, we got a beat. Let's go with it. Off the dome, freestyle, let's get it.
Okay, so all the music that you do is freestyle?
Facts.
Gotcha. So tell us about some of the projects you've had in the past that was some of your good projects and maybe good visuals. Tell us about some of your past work.
Well, shit, in like 2016, I had dropped a mixtape on Spinrilla, and that shit was called "Call Me YM Young Meach." That shit did kind of good. That shit it got some nice songs on there. Like I like a lot of songs on there. Y'all just gotta check it out. It's still on there. It's called "Call Me YM Young Meach" by Young Meach, of course, on Spinrilla. That shit been on us for like 3 years. But that was like my first ever project I ever put out, like righteous mixtape that I put my damn heart and soul into, goddamn. But I fuck with this shit though. But yeah, that was like one of the major tracks. And I got a lot of visuals on YouTube and shit like that. Y'all just gotta type in Young Meach, and all that gonna pop up.
Gotcha. Are there any projects that you're currently working on? What's in the works for Young Meach? What you got coming out?
Well, shit, we got the mixtape finna drop January 14th. I don't know if this gonna come out before or after that date, but regardless, shit is called Underdog Got the Trenches. We got the video for Shine, which is the first track off the mixtape coming up, which was a song at the beginning of the video too. That shit coming up. It's gonna drop with the mixtape, hopefully. If not, it's gonna drop a little after the mixtape. But yeah, that shit gonna be hard as hell. Underdog Got the Trenches.
Gotcha. So tell me, what was your thought process behind coming up with that title for Underdog Out the Trenches?
Shit, it was like, cause shit, like I said, when I dropped that first mixtape, it was like 2016. It's down to 2021 now, you feel me? So a nigga like, in these years, nigga done really been going through it, like, you feel me? Like, nigga been like, in the trenches, you feel me? Like, been counted out type shit, you know what I'm saying? They been that way a nigga whole life for real, but nigga really been seeing that shit like in the last few years and shit. So I just put all my pain into like the music and shit. Like I said, I got so many songs, cause like, over these years, a nigga go to the studio like every week, you feel me? So it's like, nigga got so many songs to choose from, and it's so much shit that happened, and the nigga that went through, so it's so much emotion in that shit. It's like, shit, Underdog Got the Trenches, shit, what better name, you know what I'm saying? Capture that shit, you feel me?
Gotcha. So tell me, what can we be expecting from Young Meach in the near future?
Shit, more videos, more hits, a lot of shit coming. Oh yeah, my nigga Finito finna get out too, free Finito at the gate. My nigga coming home in April. Be on the lookout for that. And shit, the mixtape, Underdog Got the Trenches. Coming out on 14th, January 14th. Shit. More videos, more hits, all that shit. Gang.
Gotcha. Now, who are some of your aspirations and motivations? Who motivates you when it comes to rap? Who do you kind of look up to and admire when it relates to hip hop?
Oh, shit. I gotta say Future off top. Future, that nigga goddamn, when I first got into music and shit like that nigga just, I'm talking about way back, like astronaut status and shit like that, like all that shit. That nigga was the truth back then. And then I ain't gonna lie, I fuck with Drake too. That nigga, he gon' goddamn solve some shit. No matter what it is, you feel me? And shit. Besides this, all the gangster niggas, you feel me? Like, you feel me? Like, the 21 Savages, the motherfucking Young Nudies, all of them, you feel me? We fuck with them. Yeah.
Gotcha. So tell me, how can your fans and people who might not know how to reach you, how can they reach you on your social media, and how can they find your music?
You can find me on Instagram at Young Meach, Young Meach. Facebook, you can find me at Meach NSG, Meach NSG. And shit, YouTube Young Meach. Just type that in. It's gonna all pop up. All streaming platforms Young Meach, same way.
All right, thank you for stopping by and chatting with us today.
Yeah, shout out to y'all. Appreciate the love. You know we locked in. Gang.